Hi, I'm Niki Jabbour, and one of my favorite things about having a garden is that I get to pick flowers. And there are so many different types of plants you can grow to give you lots of beautiful blooms. Annual flowers like sunflowers, zinnias, and cosmos, perennials, grasses, trees and shrubs, or spring and summer flowering bulbs like dahlias. You can plant these in existing garden beds or create a dedicated cut flower garden. It's fun and it's easy, and it ensures you have a steady supply of flowers from spring until fall. My favorite plants to grow for cutting are summer flowering bulbs like dahlias, lilies, gladioli, and calla lilies. These grow best when planted in a sunny garden or container enriched with compost. Summer bulbs are planted outdoors in late spring, usually mid-May to early June in Atlantic Canada. That said, you can give many of these plants a head start by potting them up indoors in early to mid-spring. Dahlias and lilies are two types of summer flowering bulbs that are super easy to grow and provide plenty of blooms for the vase. Lilies are popular summer flowering perennials with large, brightly colored blooms. There are many types of lilies you can grow, with Asiatic, Oriental, and Trumpet among my favorites. Most types of lilies are very fragrant and produce beautiful flowers for cutting. In fact, lily flowers can last up to 10 days in a vase. Lily tubers, also called bulbs, can be picked up from your local Kent building supplies and planted in the garden or containers in late spring. Plant with the stem end up in a sunny spot with well-draining soil. When it comes to dahlias, there is a huge range in flower shapes, sizes, and colors. It's hard not to buy them all. These plants generally bloom from midsummer until frost and are grown from tubers. The tubers can be planted in garden beds and containers in late spring once the weather has warmed. You can, however, get a jump on the flowering season by planting your tubers indoors about a month earlier. To start them indoors, begin by gathering your supplies. I use 1-gallon nursery pots, Pro-Mix potting mix, and labels. Planting them early in pots lets the tubers develop a good root system and top growth by the time the spring weather has warmed. Fill the bottom third of the container with pre-moistened potting mix. Place the tuber on the growing medium with any eyes or buds facing upwards. Cover it with more potting mix so that the tuber is buried at least a couple of inches deep. Once planted, be sure to label your pots, especially if you're growing more than one cultivar. Place the pots inside in a bright window or beneath grow lights. Water is needed and fertilize with a liquid organic fertilizer about a month after potting up. Harden off the dahlia plants and move them to the garden or to larger containers on a deck or patio once the last frost date has passed, usually early June in Atlantic Canada.